Say that again. You tell people when they meet you what?
Don't get my number because I'll text you.
Oh, but that's the beauty of your friendship.
My sister thinks I send too many messages.
Isn't it better to have 40 friends in a room than not have any?
Yes, I think so, but
yes, you think so. I think that's great. Okay, here's what Amanda said. My name is Amanda Caffey, and I met Micah at Syracuse University. Tori introduced us during my last year of school, and we have been friends since. I am originally from Houston and moved back here after graduation, but Micah has been a constant friend in my life regardless. I have seen plenty of friendships fizzle out with distance in our busy lives, but Micah has done such an incredible job ensuring that our friendship stays strong. We talk every day, whether on the phone or through text, about what we have going on for the day, funny things that make us laugh, and self-care challenges that we are working on. Every week, we talk about our highs and lows and challenges. Essentially, we talk about something or a few things that were really great from the previous week, then something that was hard or unpleasant, and we end with something that we are challenging ourselves to work on for the upcoming week. This sounds very simple, but it is one of my favorite parts of the week. I think that everyone is always so busy, and that causes our friendships, especially long-distance friendships, to become surface level. But my friendship with Micah is probably one of the most genuine friendships that I have. Such powerful words. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing that. Micah, how does that make you feel?
good.
Good. What does her friendship mean to you?
It means that when I chat and I can share anything, and because I did ask a while back if I ever make her upset, but she told me that it's very hard for her to get upset, and and I think I have learned a lot from her, and she has learned a lot from me, and she has taught me a lot about things.
And you went to visit her recently, didn't you? You went to Houston, and how long did you spend there?
Friday till Monday.
And I think that's really cool how Micah's friends come visit him, and Micah goes and visits his friends too.
I haven't gone to visit Tori yet, but maybe soon, sometime.
That's somebody else?
No, it's her, Tori.
Oh, no, he was saying he hasn't visited me yet, but I think Jersey's a little bit of an easier travel than Houston. So.
Tori, I'm sorry. I thought it was Victoria, and I thought there was another friend, which there could have been. But anyways, that. I just love how you really put the effort in, and your friends do as well. They respond, so that's great. So thank you for sharing that. Do you have any input with that, Tori?
Yeah, I mean, Amanda is. We were talking last night because she called me after asking how it went, the pot, talking today with you, and we talked for a half hour just about reiterating how much we've learned through this whole experience, and how Micah truly continues to connect all of us. And I know we always talk that, did you hear from Micah today? If we touch base in the morning, or I hear from Amanda on her drives back from work. She has about an hour drive, and that's usually when I get a hold of her. And Mike is always in conversation of what we're talking about. And he really does keep us all together. And Amanda's just a really special person who has, came into Syracuse not really in a major that would entail her to be a part of this community with all of us, but understanding that this is really important, and being a genuine person is what matters overall. And she exuberates such love, and I think her being our friend has definitely helped us a lot in learning from that.
That's very interesting. And just so the audience knows, Amanda's in Houston and she works with PR for the Houston Texans. Mm-hmm. And since we are recording this in November, it's in the midst of football season. So she is very busy, as she said in here. But Micah still makes that friendship work, and all of you make it work. So thank you for that. Mm-hmm. Yes. So now let's move on to dating. You all just talked about how your friendship is very cool because you've got the male-female dynamic, and that helps you talk about your individual relationships with each other. Mm-hmm. But dating in general is a complicated issue for anybody in 2019 or 2020. And then when you have a disability, there's extra layers of complications there. So let's talk about dating. I know that it's on your master plan behind you. I know, Micah, you want to be married one day to the right person, right?
Yeah.
And dating is how you're going to get there. So talk about your road here. Like, what are you doing?
I have started a dating profile, and there is a person at Planned Parenthood that's helping me. She went online to look up some dating websites that seem good for people with disabilities that I might post my profile on them like later on this month, and I'm trying to find that people that have like families and support families. Like, I don't mind if they have guardianship, but I just don't want to have the same situation of guardians that like protect the like the person with like the disability.
You want somebody who's going to try to be independent like you are, right? You want to obviously live independently with your wife, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got to have somebody with the same goals. So this dating website, dating service, this is new for you?
I have tried it a couple of times, but in the movie, I'm not sure if you remember, in the beginning when he was a former roommate, but he said I went on like a website. It was like right in the beginning of the movie. It was the part when his like name is Alex, and he said I was on like the dating website. It's like when I am like in the kitchen.
Is this when you're doing your circle of support meeting in the movie? No? Okay. I don't remember that part. But so you did do it.
Yeah, was that the part where you talked about like meeting her for the first time?
Like not Megan, but it was a girl that Megan. Yeah, there's a girl that sent me a message, and I was asking Alex if I should say about my disability.
Oh, I do remember. Okay, you exactly. You said, should I say if I have a disability or not? And your friend counseled you to, yes, you need to disclose that, correct?
Yeah.
I do remember that. And now that you're mentioning that, was that something that happened before you met the girl that you were dating in the movie, or were you just...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was confused. But yeah, I do remember that. Okay, so you did it a few times before. Yeah. And what are some of the challenges with that?
I think the challenges of dating on websites, I think sometimes people outside the community, I think people sometimes get afraid of dating someone with a disability because they might think that he needs help and I like need help like 24/7 and like they will like have to like help me, and they're probably like thinking about like, but like with people with disabilities, you have to like meet the person and then you have to see how they can help them.
Well, I'm going to ask it's probably an ignorant question, but from somebody who knows zero about these dating websites, I have to ask. I've heard that one of the challenges with regular websites is that regular dating websites is that people aren't always honest about their profiles or who they are. Is that the same challenge on a disability website?
Probably, like, I'm not sure.
Like the ones that you've been on, have you seen it, and like people trying to either, try to make themselves out for something that they're not, or maybe try to hide something, or
like the few people that you've met, did they look like their picture? Were they honest about who they said they were?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, they were. So that's good. Do you have any words of wisdom that you've learned, or?
Yeah, I think I just have learned with people with disability, and I'm hoping this film of Intelligent Lives, when I did make it, that gets people to think, because it's a very quiet topic. When I go to conferences, there's maybe like 2 or 3 workshops, but it's a very like quiet topic that people don't talk about because they get very scared when they bring it up, or it's a very like quiet topic that people don't.
That's a great point to bring up, Micah. I have to tell you that one of my most profound moments at a conference was at an art conference, our state art conference many years ago. And I went to a session on relationships and dating, and it was really for self-advocates. So I kind of stood in the back of the room and watched. And all of these adult self-advocates were saying they wanted to stop being babied. They didn't want to have their parents on every single date. Mm-hmm. They were saying, how would you feel if your parents were in the back seat of the car every time you went somewhere? And they were talking about that, and they were talking about not being able to kiss their boyfriend or girlfriend and wanting to take it to, various levels and get married. And it was such an honest discussion that you're right, people don't have enough. So, and I'm glad that you showed that in the movie, because to get to your final partner, you do have to date a few people to get there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's great advice. And Tori, since you're his sounding board sometimes, do you have any input with this topic?
I don't know if the word to use is like hush hush, or if it's just pushed under the rug, or it's glossed over. I don't know the right term, but it definitely isn't really spoken about. And if you do see it, if you do see a couple walking down the street that you can tell is 2 people with disabilities, you're either gonna not think that they're dating, because in your mind I think society doesn't think that people with disabilities have the same relationships as people without, and it's just hard. I think we live in a society where a lot of things are socially constructed. And this is one of those things that is like not the norm. And so, which makes it taboo. So seeing 2 people, for instance, like in Born This Way, 2 people with Down syndrome get married, it was like, it's exciting because it is a big deal, because it doesn't happen a lot. But when you look at it, it's 2 people getting married, and it's 2 people sharing in love, just like a lot of we're humans, and that's what's natural. So it is hard that it's something that isn't spoken about a lot. And throughout mine and Micah's friendship, we both encouraged each other to, to be safe and to respect yourself, obviously, but to not be afraid to jump into something if you have feelings for someone, and how to navigate that has been something that we've both talked about in our relationships over the past 5 years.
Micah, what are you looking for? Like, what are your top characteristics you're looking for? You said you want her to be independent, or as independent as possible, be willing to live with a husband. What else are you looking for?
Maybe just someone that wants to hike and take trips, likes to watch TV, or take walks, and listen to music, and wants to be happy, and wants to do things like any other people want to do, hike, or take trips, go to movies, and yeah, do like whatever any people do when they when like they ever want to meet someone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Micah is single. He's single and looking, everybody. He wants the word out there. So the word is out there, and we're wishing you luck, Micah. I know that you will find the right person eventually. And when God wants it to happen, it will happen.